Hi, it's LisaB, your local neighborhood realtor. And when you're buying and selling a home, those contracts can get very complicated. So I'm putting together a series of videos so that you can help better understand exactly what's going on in those contracts. If you find this information valuable, go ahead, hit the like button, show us a little love, and hit the subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment, and we really appreciate all of your support as we're building this channel. Today, we're going to talk about what is an appraisal waiver versus what is an appraisal cap, and how we can use these when we're writing an offer so that we write a winning offer for you. So let's talk about the appraisal waiver. So when you're purchasing a home using a lender, the lender needs to know how much the house is valued at, because they're not going to lend you a penny more than what that appraisal value is. So they're going to send out an appraiser to appraise the property, and that will determine how much they'll loan you. So in a competitive market, it's very important that you write the best offer that you can. But it's also really important that you stay within your financial comfort zone. So both the appraisal waiver and the appraisal cap are a little bit more financially risky. So make sure that you have a really good handle on what exactly this means, and make sure that you're not putting yourself in a position where you could financially pay more than what you're really comfortable paying. So let's talk about the appraisal waiver first. So let's say you find the perfect home and you're going to write an offer for $400,000. And let's just say we've looked at comps, and the comps on this property are at 380. Now, you really want this home, and you're willing to come up with the difference in cash. So what this means is no matter where that house appraises, and that's usually a range, so maybe all of the homes aren't at 380, maybe it's 360 to 380. So what this means, when you write an appraisal waiver and your offer is at $400,000, it means you are willing to pay $400,000 no matter where that house appraises. So if the house appraises at 360, you are going to have to come up with $40,000 difference in cash. Now, what if the house appraises at 380? You'll have to come up with $20,000 in cash. Now, let's just say you picked a winner and the home actually appraises at 410. So it actually appraised for higher than what you wrote your offer on. Well, lucky for you, it doesn't change your offer, which is at $400,000. In fact, this is instant equity in your pocket. So we love when houses appraise for more than what the offer price is. But keep in mind, if the house does not appraise and it appraised for less, and you have written in an appraisal waiver into the contract, this is risky because you, as the buyer, will need to come up with the difference in cash. So we talked about the appraisal waiver, and now I'm going to explain to you a way that I can protect you as the buyer financially. This is called an appraisal cap. So what this means is, let's say you've written an offer at $400,000. You want to do some sort of an appraisal waiver because you are willing to take some amount of cash to the table, but you only have a limited amount. So doing an appraisal waiver, again, means that you have to bring any amount to that table up to this $400,000 price point. Let's say you only have $15,000 that you can bring extra to the table. And again, you have to make sure that you're working with a realtor that understands how to write these clauses into the contract, because it gets very tricky and you want to make sure that you're financially protected. Using this appraisal cap with the $15,000. So what this means is, if the house appraises $385,000, you will be bringing a $15,000 to the table. Now, what happens if the house appraises at $360,000? Well, if you've written in an appraisal cap, then your cap is still only $15,000 above. So what this means is that your offer with the $15,000 is now $375,000. Now, what happens again if the house appraises at $410,000? Well, it's still appraised higher, so that is equity in your pocket.